Hey everyone, welcome to Core Talks. I'm going to get going here. Today's topic, let me see, I'm going to take this down just a little bit. We are going to do a little workout, and today's topic is a brief sort of dive in to your spending habits. Here's your, hey Frank, I thought you wanted to have your bagel in peace. Your spending habits when it comes to your health and fitness. So we often have a resistance to spending money on health, a lot of us. I'm always hearing, oh, that's so expensive. Even when I'm thinking about paying for a boutique fitness class, I have some resistance to it. I think it's too much money, all of that. So I'm going to start with a little story today about a friend of mine who I knew back in the day when I did not live in the city. So this story does take place in the Midwest, in a town where pricing is different, but the story applies well. I'm going to change his name. I'm going to call him Josh. And I brought a little character to represent Josh. So this is Josh. And one day, Josh is talking to his friend, Rebecca. This is Rebecca. About how his back is killing him. He's having back pain. He works. He's a recent grad from the university in this town, and he's working these really long but awesome shifts at a really nice restaurant in the town. And Josh is, he's in his 20s, he's having a great time, he goes out every night, but his back hurts, okay? His back hurts. And this is actually not uncommon for a lot of young people. So Josh says to Rebecca, my back's been killing me lately. And Rebecca says to Josh, you should try Pilates. And Josh says to Rebecca, that's way too expensive, I can't afford that. I'm waiting tables at a nice restaurant, so he's probably getting really good tips, by the way. And Rebecca says, why don't you go? She makes a bet with him. She tells him, this is a true story, take your bar tabs for the week, just 1 week. Don't go out, and see what you save on the bar tab. And I guarantee you can afford to take one Pilates lesson a week, plus that with your bar tab. So Josh actually does this. He doesn't go out for the week, or he goes out and drinks water, whatever, seltzer, saves his money, and realizes how much money he saves by not going to the bar, period, and he goes to a Pilates lesson. And then he says, thank you, Rebecca. And he continues to take Pilates. He goes twice a week to the studio. He starts working at advanced levels. His back pain is gone. He's so much happier. He becomes addicted. This is a 20-something-year-old dude. This is a true story. And he found not, a 40-year-old guy who has a career and has all this extra income. He found that by just not going out in middle America, spending, $5, $10 for a cocktail, he could save enough money to take a Pilates class, which got him out of pain, which gave him so much more life than that going out did, right? That's my story. So I did a little research today. I know I'm in New York City. So last night I went out and I got a glass of wine, probably the cheapest one on the list, and it was $15, okay? That's a price. Not to mention the food, which is always, I spent around $40 last night, and that's like nothing in New York City for going out. $40 last night, okay, on a dinner out with friends. Yes, the friendship was amazing. I looked in California. Some of you who follow me, who know me, I'm from California. I looked at a restaurant I used to go to there. Margaritas were $8. Okay? You know you're not just gonna have one margarita, you're gonna have at least two, and you're probably gonna get a dish on the side of that. So you're gonna be spending at least $30 to $35 if you go out, right? And what does that give you? What does that give you? I will tell you, it gives you the immediate pleasure, the release, right? The release from your day. I am freaking exhausted. The last thing I want to do is anything. I want to go have a drink with my friends. It gives you friendships. It doesn't give you friendship. It allows time for socializing. It allows you to connect with other people. Hands down, these things are amazing. But it's $35 that you're spending maybe nightly, and that's on the low end, right? A lot of us are going out and dropping $100 for dinner plus just to, be out in the city. If you're in the city and watching this and you are in that pattern and you're going out and you feel the social life is your thing and you have to keep up with it, and maybe you're a young, budding, career-driven person and you're spending so much money on just going out and keeping up or buying, whatever's coming into your social feed or your Gmail box, or whatever, your promos, you get it. You're spending money on a lot of stuff. And going back to the alcohol/food thing, after that margarita or that third margarita and those nachos that you buy because now you're kind of drunk and now you're going to buy the shittiest thing on the menu because it tastes so good at that time, how do you feel the next day? I mean, really, how do you feel the next day? You probably don't feel energized, so excited for taking the morning on, excited about your work and your job and your career and the things you're doing in your life. You probably don't feel like you're springing out of bed. You don't feel optimal, right? But you've spent this money and now you're out of that money too. So, the spending becomes another stress. So I guess I just want to pause there and I want to just ask you to think about, what if you took that one night, one margarita night, or one going out night, or whatever, or 2 nights of spending on something that's not really going to give you what you need, and instead you hang out with those same friends and you order a seltzer, or you go to tea with them, and you have the community and you have the really beautiful time with them, and then you take that money and you deliberately put it towards your health. Do you have a budget? Do you have a health budget? When you think of what you have to spend during the week, do you think this is going to my health? I'm going to buy the organic products. I need to budget that in. I am going to spend money on this spin class because when I take the spin class for $35, in New York it's $35, actually it's a little more, adding the shoes, I get energy from that drives my day. I feel better about myself. I feel better in my body. I feel stronger when I go to pick something up off the floor. I pick up my kids, or I'm trying to get through my day. I have more energy. I feel more positive. My brain chemicals are flowing. I feel more creative. I feel more. So we all sort of know this, but are we deliberate about it? And it is just so easy for us to opt to do the quick pleasure thing, right? Versus the sustaining, long goal, longevity, core strengthening, physically sustaining thing. So I just want you to take inventory. If you can, it's taxes time. We're all looking at our numbers. We're all looking at what we did last year. We're all looking at what we want to do in the upcoming year, and take a moment to think about where you're spending and if you're spending on your health. And you do know that if you spend on your health now, I mean, these are all kind of cliche things, but let's talk about it. Let's think about it. If you spend on your health now, you don't have to spend on your health later. You don't want to be needing assistance to walk because you're so weak and your bones are not strong and you don't have strength or energy. You don't want to be in the hospital later down the road because you never took care of your health, you weren't hydrating yourself, and you were drinking too much, and you have liver problems or whatever it is. You're overweight and that's causing problems. You're diabetic and you have to be. There are so many health things that we want to avoid, and it's not about avoiding, but it's really about refocusing and thinking about living optimally now and feeling good now. We all know, in the light of this last week, once again, we are reminded that life is short and we don't know how much time we have. So when we're here now, we should be thriving and feeling good. So I just want to encourage you to look, see where that money is that you can spend on your health, because it is there. It's probably there. Okay? So we're going to do a little workout and then call it a day. Let's see here. I'm going to bring you down. All right. So if you want to come back to this and you want to do a little Pilates later, go for it. Woo! It's hot here in New York today. I'm actually sweating just sitting down. So let's just settle into the mat. Allowing our hips to release. Allowing our backs to release. Take a few deep breaths. Now this is free. So enjoy what you can get. And it's not even about budgeting money, right? So like one of the other things, you can stretch your right leg in and your other leg out. The other point I want to make is oftentimes if we don't spend money on something, we're not going to do it. How many free things have you opted into in your email list or whatever that just sit there? Nothing happens with them. Go with the other side. Unless you put a little investment in. You invest your time, you invest your money, you will invest your time. So investing money into fitness or some healthy thing is going to require you, it's going to motivate you to invest your time. So we're going to curl our head up. We're going to stretch our arms and legs up to the ceiling and out away from our body a little bit. Nice stretch in, and then we're going to come back in. And we're going to pull our powerhouse in to stretch away, reach, and then we're going to come back in. And we're going to go out and stretch and reach, and come back in. And we're going to go out and reach, and come back in. And go out and reach, and then bring the right leg in, 1, and switch, 1, and 2, and switch, 2, and 3, and switch, 3, and 4, and switch, 4, and 5, and switch, 5. Come down. Bring your hands behind your head. Curl your body up. We do a little twist. 1, switch, 1, and 2, switch, 2, and 3, switch, 3, and 4, switch, 4, and 5, switch, 5. Come down. Let's go into a little bridge, lifting the hips up, stretching out. And roll all the way down. So this is such a quick refresher, and you can do this in the middle of your day, stretching up. Pressing out, long backs, shoulders are down. And come all the way down, and one more. Stretching up just a few minutes on your mat, and it's good to go. And now come over, flip over, and let's arch the upper back. Stretch your body long, shoulders down, lift your chest and open up. And come down. And again, open up. and come down. One more, open up. And come down. And then sit back over your knees and stretch and reach and lengthen. Even this, guys, just this feels amazing. You're gonna come out onto the forearms for a nice little plank. Tummy's in, tuck your toes, powerhouse in, squeeze. I'm crossing my legs because one of my toes is still broken and I cannot put weight on it. Tummy's in, squeezing your legs. Spine is long, powerhouse in, 2, 3, and then come down. Okay, let's take a little mermaid. Lift your body over and return. And again, lift and go over and return. Other side. And lift and stretch. Oh my gosh, I just got a little chiropractic adjustment there for free. Lift and stretch and come back. So, in my final notes here on this budgeting plus spending your money when it comes to health, I just gave myself, like I said, a little chiropractic adjustment. When my body is out of alignment and I am not working out in a conscious way that is supportive to my body, I have to go to my chiropractor. I have to pay somebody to help me get out of my crap. And it's much more expensive than keeping up, going to one of my classes, going to an online Pilates class, doing my maintenance work along the way. So, that being said, we have our 3 for $30 intro sessions, online Pilates, live. We're interacting with you. It is conscious work. It is for everybody. As I mentioned earlier today, if you missed this part, my friend Josh, a 20-something dude, doing Pilates, loving it, and finding the funding for it, and it changing his body, changing his life. It's for everyone. Pilates is for everyone. Every type of body, every type of person, because it is about conscious working. It's about connecting to the core of you, the core self, the abdominals, and metaphorically, the core of you. So, 3 for $30. Almost anybody can justify that. To try it out, our classes, we have the class schedule up. Come on over to the site. I'd love to see you in there. And I'll see you next Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern time. I will actually be in California. So it will be 11 a.m. my time, sunny Cal. Thank you so much for watching. Say hi if you're here. Say hi if you watch it later. I really appreciate your support. Have an awesome day. Enjoy your body. Enjoy your life. And I'll see you next week. Bye.